All right, good morning, everybody, or whatever time of day it happens to be for you. We're going to do about a 25-minute meditation today. A couple of props that you might want to have close by are blocks or a bolster if you'd like something to sit on, and something for under your head. It can be a folded blanket or a soft back book. And then go ahead and make your way onto your back. You can be as creative as you'd like setting up this first resting pose. You could also let it be as simple as can be. Whatever suits you here. And once you're settled, see if you can just let yourself be here. See if you can find a moment of gentle stillness. These first few moments of practice are a transition of sorts. A way of creating space for quiet and ease amidst the normal rhythm or pattern of your daily life. So see if you can let yourself soften here, release some tension from your shoulders. Release some tension from the muscles behind your eyes. And even from your hands and feet. What is it like to stop and give yourself this moment to transition? For some people, stillness can be very calming. It can feel very natural, like a relief. But others find it to be more tricky, maybe even frustrating or challenging. So know that wherever you are on that spectrum, we'll have a balance of both movement and stillness in today's practice. And I invite you to be present and observe yourself through each of them. If you haven't yet, notice your breath. Soften the space around your ribs and your lungs so your breath can flow freely here. Then, one at a time, place your hands on your abdomen. It can be on your ribs or on your stomach. Allow your hands to soften onto your torso. And notice the movement here. The gentle flow of your breath. See if you can let your hands be a little bit heavier, but not by pressing. Instead, by letting go, letting them rest fully. How does that feel in your ribs? Don't be too concerned about what you find, whether you find it to be more relaxing, interesting, or if it doesn't make a noticeable change. We're not concerned with the answer. Just with the curiosity. We'll stay here for just a few more breaths. Stay for a slow breath in. And keep your hands soft as you reach past your ears, lengthen out through your legs, a full body stretch. You can spread out fingers and toes. Reach through one side and the other. And then if you have something under your head, go ahead and slide it away. With arms overhead, wrap your right fingers around your left wrist. And we'll take the upper body over to the right side. Keep both legs straight as you take them over to the right as well for a crescent moon or a banana shape. Now it can be tempting here to keep some tension in your neck or in your low back. Is it possible to do a little bit less work? And as a note, if it feels twingy in your low back, do less of an angle, especially in your legs. Notice your breath here. Invite that same softness around your ribs. Even imagine your hands resting on your abdomen. Take a slow breath in. And with your exhale, come back through center. And slowly roll your head side to side. Once your head lands back in neutral, we'll wrap the left fingers around the right wrist and take upper body over to the left side. Keep both legs straight and take them over to the left as well. Again, not so far that it causes any kind of strain. Stay relaxed in your neck and your hips. Notice your breath. Imagine your own resting hands there, inviting softness. Breath in and exhale to come back to center. Take your arms long at your sides and slowly roll your head side to side. Even slower than the first time. Head lands in neutral. Plant your left foot with knee pointed up and bring your right knee all the way into your chest. Left knee joins into your chest. Give them both a little hug and a rock side to side. You can draw some circles in your hips. And we're going to make our way up into a seat. I like to do this by putting feet flat, shifting my hips over to the left, and a nice slow roll over to the right. No strain in my neck. And left arm presses me up. We'll land with hands resting in lap. Length up through the back, width through shoulders. A mini transition within our practice as we come to sitting upright. So give yourself a moment to just be here. A moment of not jumping in or diving in. Instead, giving yourself a moment to adjust to even what we might perceive as a small change, going from lying to sitting. Check in with your breath. And I'd like to add in one more movement before we head back towards stillness. If you'd like, blink your eyes open. With an inhale, sweep your hands high overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands high overhead. And exhale, twist to your right, left hand to right knee. Now, if you'd like, take one of your hands onto your abdomen. If it's comfortable to hold a twist without hands, you can even put one hand on your back in your twist. And we'll take a couple of breaths. Let your hands relax even here. Easy inhale. Exhale to come back to center. Arms open wide out to the sides. And breath in, hands sweep high. Exhale, hands to heart. Really let the breath out. Inhale, hands sweep high. Hands to heart. We'll twist over to the left, right hand to left knee. Left arm back behind you. Option to take one hand to your abdomen and one to your back. Notice the space between your hands. Or if you're just using one, the space under your palm. Relaxed hands invite the rib basket to be free in its work and its movement of breathing. Inhale. Exhale to unwind back to center. And then once more, sweep hands high overhead. Option to glance up at your thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart. Breathe in. And sigh it out. Rest your hands on your thighs. Eyes soften or close. I invite you back into a gentle stillness here. Not just of the skeleton and musculature, but a stillness of mind as well. One way that we can do this is by observing the ebb and flow of your breath. And anytime that you catch a thought bubbling up, interrupting that pattern of breath, you acknowledge the thought and transition back to watching for your breath or listening for your breath. So let's try that on for a few moments. Anytime you notice a thought coming up, return to your observation of breathing. Today I'm going to let this meditation transition seamlessly into our final moments of practice. If you prefer to lie on your back, go ahead and head there now. Otherwise, we'll stay here for a few moments in a silent, resting meditation. Just notice your breath. If you have time today and you'd like to stay longer, please do. Otherwise, begin to slowly find some movement in fingers and toes. Turn your head side to side. Or give yourself a big hug. We'll bring palms together at heart center and seal our practice with a final slow breath in and out. Thank you so much for being here today and for sharing this practice. I invite you to close with a bow or any gesture that's meaningful to you. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks, everyone.